Have you ever had a moment when you felt absolutely certain about something you saw, heard, or felt, only to later realize it never happened quite that way? What if I told you that this isn't just a memory glitch or a trick of the mind, but the way your brain operates every single second of your life? The world you're experiencing right now isn't raw reality. It's a carefully edited movie, stitched together by your brain with predictions, guesses, and stories it tells you to make sense of chaos. The crazy part? You're not actually living in this moment at all. You're living in a reconstructed version of the past, and sometimes even in a fabricated future. Let's pull back the curtain and see just how much of you is real, and who's truly in control. Picture this. You wake up, stretch your arms, pour yourself a coffee. Everything feels instant and real, but science tells us that this feeling is an illusion. Your brain is not a simple camera recording the world. It's an architect, building reality as you go. Today, we'll dive into how your brain edits what you see, predicts the future before you experience it, and even scripts your emotions long before you feel them. Along the way, we'll uncover fascinating science, debunk myths, and reveal how much control you actually have over this grand illusion. Think you see the whole world around you in crystal clarity? You don't. Only a tiny spot in the center of your vision is in true high resolution. The rest is blurry, incomplete, but your brain hates incomplete stories. So it patches the missing details by predicting what's probably there. Every second, your eyes make rapid movements called saccades. Each movement is so quick that your brain shuts off vision momentarily to avoid dizzying blurs. Here's the kicker. Add up all these tiny moments of blindness and you're completely blind for around 2 hours every day, yet you never notice. Your brain fills the gaps with its best guess, giving you the comforting illusion of smooth, continuous sight. Imagine if you could see raw, unprocessed vision. It would be chaotic flashes of clarity surrounded by confusion. Instead, you experience a beautifully edited version of reality, like watching a polished movie instead of raw, shaky footage. Now, let's talk about time. You stir your coffee, hear the spoon clink, feel the warmth of the mug, all seemingly instant. But in truth, each sensation reaches your brain at different speeds. Light is almost instant, sound lags behind, touch even slower. If your brain showed them to you exactly as they arrived, life would feel fragmented and broken. So, what does it do? It waits, collects the data, and then weaves them together into one smooth experience. By the time you consciously feel the moment, it's already 300 to 500 milliseconds old. That might sound tiny, but in brain time, it's an eternity. You're never truly in the now. You're watching a delayed broadcast of reality, a carefully synced version of the past that feels perfectly present. Imagine standing across from a table tennis champion. The ball rockets towards you faster than your eyes can track. If you only reacted to what you saw, you'd miss every shot. But somehow, you hit it back perfectly. How? Because your brain cheats. It creates a fictional future, predicting where the ball will be before you even see it, and moves your body before your conscious mind knows what's happening. When athletes face high-speed action, the brain can't rely on real-time information. It's too slow. Instead, it acts like a built-in supercomputer running a physics simulation. It analyzes your opponent's posture, the angle of the paddle, the spin of the ball, and calculates where the ball will likely go. But here's the wild part. Your brain doesn't just guess one future. It prepares multiple possibilities simultaneously. It pre-programs your muscles for several different moves. Then, milliseconds before the moment of truth, it locks in the most probable scenario and triggers the winning movement, long before you consciously decide to swing. From your perspective, it feels like you chose in the moment. But in reality, your body moved on instructions sent earlier. Your conscious self is just catching up to a decision already made. After the game, you walk home thinking you're choosing each step. The truth? Your brain is planning multiple steps ahead without asking for permission. Before your foot even lands, it's already preparing the next step, and even the step after that. Slip on something unexpected, say a banana peel, and specialized circuits in your spinal cord kick in. They fire emergency recovery patterns in about 200 milliseconds, long before your conscious mind realizes you're falling. By the time you gasp in surprise, your body has already thrown out your arms and stiffened your muscles to keep you upright. Walking is less a conscious act and more a perfectly timed choreography happening below awareness. Ever felt nervous before a party, even though nothing's happened yet? That's not your mind reacting to danger, it's predicting it. Your brain uses memories of past social situations to forecast how you'll feel. If past parties made you anxious, it prepares your body in advance, quickening your heart rate, releasing stress hormones, tensing muscles. So by the time you arrive, you already feel anxiety. The same happens with hunger and sleepiness. Your brain predicts when you usually eat or sleep and preps your body ahead of time. These aren't reactions, they're predictions disguised as feelings. Some stories throughout history claimed humans can literally see into the future. Visions, psychic predictions, mystical time travel. These myths survived because real brain predictions feel like glimpses into the future. When someone just knows what's about to happen, it feels supernatural. But science explains this simply. Your brain has learned patterns so well that it can forecast outcomes with stunning accuracy. It's not magic or psychic power, just rapid subconscious computation. Your brain's predictive power doesn't stop at fast reflexes. The same networks you use to remember the past also let you simulate the future. When you imagine yourself on next week's vacation or plan a conversation with a friend, your brain activates the same circuits used for memory. Psychologists call this mental time travel. You can rehearse possibilities, test different futures in your mind, and choose the best course, all without leaving the present moment. This is why humans are such skilled planners. We can visit tomorrow before it happens. Why does it feel like you're steering the ship if your brain is doing so much automatically? Neuroscientists believe your brain builds an attention schema, a simplified internal model that tells you, "I'm aware." This is useful because it helps you predict and manage your own focus. But it's not a central control room with you as captain. It's another prediction, your brain narrating awareness to itself to make sense of what's happening. Every thought, every sensation you have is guided by one principle: minimizing surprise. Your brain constantly predicts what's next, compares it to incoming data, and adjusts when things don't match. It chooses the version of reality that's least surprising, meaning the one most likely based on your past experiences. This is why people see patterns where none exist, or why we sometimes confidently remember events that never occurred. Our brain fills in blanks to avoid uncertainty. All this sounds like you're just a passenger, but you're not powerless. Think of your brain as a team of expert assistants handling the heavy lifting. Your conscious self is the storyteller. You can rewrite predictions through learning, therapy, mindfulness, and deliberate planning. Change your experiences and thoughts today, and you're literally rewriting the brain's predictions of who you are tomorrow. So, here's the mind-blowing truth we uncovered today. Most of what you see isn't real. It's a masterful invention of your brain. You're never truly in the moment. You're living a beautifully reconstructed past. Your brain predicts the future before you even know it's coming. Every step you take, every reflex, even your emotions, are decided long before you're aware. Psychic visions and mystical future seeing? Just misunderstood brain predictions. And the best part? You hold the pen to rewrite the story your brain tells about you. Think about it. If reality is a story your brain is constantly writing, what would you change about the next chapter of your story? I want to hear from you. 1. Does knowing you're living slightly in the past change how you see now? 2. Have you ever had a gut feeling that felt magical but was really just brain prediction? 3. If you could rewrite one prediction your brain makes about you, what would it be? Drop your answers in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Who knows? Your story might just change someone else's reality too.